Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. I have just upgraded the mod pack to 2.30 and I am seeing what has broken in my base. There are quite a few things that I'm sure have broken. That is pretty typical with the updates. So I just kind of got to see what is going on. Like, why isn't this running? No idea. Does it just need to be turned on? Is there some sort of conflict? Has the recipe changed? I do not know. So, like I said, today probably not going to get a progression done today because I'm really just kind of be trying to figure out why why this stuff isn't working. So, not sure. I'll have to come back to that. But I figured today maybe we could go over the patch notes, and as I am trying to work stuff out, I can do that as well. I am trying to craft up the digester for the Bastonite line, which I want to do. Like I said, I'm sure I have a whole bunch of stuff that are broken. But anyway, let's just kind of dive into the patch notes. I'll kind of go through some of the stuff. Lots of improvements to NEI and stuff like that. Lots of fluid crafting. So they added, let's see, storage housing. We added multiple fluid storage housing. Before, if you remember, we could only store one fluid in each of these. So I actually have, I have 3 full chests of fluids because you could only store one, but now there are apparently multi-fluids. So that is pretty cool. At the moment, I don't really need it. I have 6, 8 open, but we will definitely switch when we need to. Added a wireless interface terminal. Pretty cool. Added fluid autofiller for recipes. Creates fluid canning pattern with given container. I think that is maybe for like chemical reactor recipes. I actually don't know. So like maybe something like this. If you want to do a cell and an item, cell with like a fluid, it'll fill that for you. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't really have much of those recipes because I do them in the large chemical reactors. Fluid storage monitor, fluid level emitter, fluid storage bus. A lot of this stuff is just being added to AE2 auto crafting. I guess I could have just done that from the beginning and pulled them all up. Because extra cells is being removed. So they're adding a lot of this stuff to this mod. AE2 level maintainer. This is really amazing. I will definitely use this. You basically just plop it down and tell the AE system how much of an item you want to keep in stock, and it just crafts it when you don't have it. No more storage bus on an interface shenanigans. It is just one block, and you literally just type in whatever amount you want, and it'll craft it up to that amount. It's an amazing block. I love it. All right, added large co-processing units. I think those were already in, unless they added more. Maybe they added more, because I was using those already. So yeah, maybe they just added more. I don't remember, to be honest. Added faster acceleration cards to I/O ports for late game cell handling. Acceleration? Well, look at that. That's amazing. I do like that. Hyper acceleration card. That is really cool. Mysterious crystal. Oh, the mysterious crystal. That's changed too, hasn't it? That icon looks different. Looks cool. I like it. Alright, so that's really cool. Let's see. Crops, ++, added a mana bean crop. remove Sonarium ring. I haven't used crops for Sonarium, so I don't really know what that means. But apparently there is a mana bean crop now. Yep, there it is, mana bean seeds. Draconic Evolution, add V discount warp to armor. So Wyvern armor. Yep, look at that. Gives a V discount now. That's really cool. Add earth rendered block for decorative purposes. Earth rendered block? Earth block? I don't know. They added it. No clue. Alright, so here is the GregTech 5 stuff. Super critical steam turbine damage has been reduced. Although it doesn't look like it's going that... Oh, it needs maintenance. Look at that. We'll see how much it has been reduced. Unless that is already added, and this is just the... I know they reduced it a little bit, but... it would be nice if those were, like... really, really slow. Enhanced multi-block... GUIs. Let's see. Yep, there is more buttons. There's a power switch. Batch mode, input separation. Alright, so this is the stuff that you would use soldering iron with, or a screwdriver. They've added buttons for it. Soft mallet is the power button. That's awesome. Add a completely new system for late endgame content. Don't know what that means. Fusion NAI support. Fix HOG consumption rate in the combustion engine. We actually don't use that, but it never felt like it was worth the effort that went into it, so hopefully it burns it a bit slower in the thing now. Added wetware SOC. So the SOCs lets you skip a whole lot of the process for the wetware, so adding one for wetware is really cool. So as we know, we're working on towards the neural processing units, which needs the whole bio thing, the stem cells, growth medium, and all that. But if you do the SOC, it gets rid of all that. You just need those. You don't need the neural boards anymore. You do need cosmic neutronium, but yeah, once you get to a certain tier, you can just skip all that. For the most part. Obviously, you do still need some bio stuff, but I'm sure it's way, way more efficient. So that is really cool. I like those. Added extremely ultimate battery. Extremely ultimate battery. Yep, there it is. What tier is this? UXV tier. So there is now a few ultimate batteries. Look at that, there's 3 of them now. Ultimate battery, really ultimate battery, and extremely ultimate battery. That is definitely one of my goals. I love these ultimate batteries. I think they're really fun. Optical circuit line recipes. I don't know how I feel about these optical circuits. The new line of circuits, we will get to it eventually, but they require all their own kind of crazy processes, space assembler, all sorts of stuff. So that is something. Eye of Harmony, I don't know what that is. Oh, it looks like it is a space-time manipulator. Yep, there is some super, super endgame stuff. I am looking forward to that, though. If we ever get to it, it might be a year before we get there. Up-tier processing times on multiple endgame materials. I think that means higher tier up, the shorter processing times, I think. More quad input hatches, always good to see that. Yep, they're higher tiers, they store more fluids. Very cool. Add one-step foil bending recipe with control circuit 10. Alright, that is cool. Because usually you have to do ingot to plate to foil. But now, with a 10, you can just do ingot to foil. So that is something I'll probably redo all my things. Although the plate recipes and the foils don't take up a whole lot. It just reduces the amount of crafts that you need to do. Balance adjustment for nitrobenzene recipe. We actually don't use... Oh, no, we do use nitrobenzene for something. But apparently there is a new recipe for it. I don't remember what we use it for, to be honest. Was it a... No, I'm thinking of something different. And cetane diesel, but I think that's different. But there was a balanced. Changed tungsten steel to require TB something. Coils. Tungsten steel. So usually we need to do that. I don't know what tier it used to be, but I think they've added a tier in there somewhere. Well, that's good to know. I don't know if that's a nerf or a buff, to be honest. Add new Weedex 9000 if you are using the Weedex. Apparently there is a new version of it. If I can find it. There's Weedex. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. Sure there is a... I'm sure there is a thing somewhere, but Weedex 9000? Guess I could type 9000. What is that? Etotronic? Well, that looks cool. Alright, yeah, can't see the thing 9000, but add new Weedex 9000. Add overclock calculator for multis. Add light, medium, heavy oil to get lubricant. That's pretty cool. I only used to get it from, like, creosote, but now there is multiple ways to get that. You can get it from seed oil. There's our creosote. It's not very efficient, but it does look like heavy oil to lubricant is quite efficient. So that is really cool. Something about NEI and IC2 fuel rods. Probably just an improvement there. Adapt space-time and graphene wires. Okay, so graphene is really annoying. So like 2x. Yeah, alright. So before you had to do it in an assembler because there was no recipe. I think they added all these to the wire mill. So you don't have to go through... Pretty sure I was going through the assembler. Yep, molecular assembler. You no longer have to do that. So I'm going to mark that down so I can change that. Turbine efficiency helper. I have no idea what that is, but sounds cool. Is there like... I wish... Yeah. There was an easier way to tell what turbines are... you want to use. But overflow efficiency tier? Overflow efficiency tier 1? I don't know. Someone knows. I'm sure they will let me know. Nanite material and circuit board multi for later tiers. Make Wayla show all covers attached. Make assembly line recipes always visible. I didn't like when they hid them. But that hasn't really been a thing for a while, has it? Add hazmat protection to end steel stellar armors. That's pretty cool. So you don't have to wear GregTech armor if you don't want. You can wear other armors, which is really cool. Alright, add new items related to the quantum flux transmuter thing. We haven't got to that yet, but apparently they've added new items to it, which is cool. Ore line for some useless ore. Alright. Make the clean room to accept 2 doors, so Alistair is happy. Well, there you go, Alistair. You got 2 doors on your clean room. Force industrial apiary to suck 4 amps. Alright, is that a bit of a nerf to our industrial apiary? This was using 137? It still seems like it's using 137, so I don't know if that is, that feels like that hasn't changed, but maybe it has. Added Combs or dictionary, added ME output hatch. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Is this a new output hatch? Oh. Oh, there's a fluid output hatch for ME now. Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. You can output directly from your multi-blocks into AE. No more having to do it into a interface, a fluid interface, a P2P, or anything like that. You can go directly into the A system. So a lot of these upgrades that have been added since I started playing is kind of making me rethink my tanks, just because the fluid with AE has improved so much. I do love all my tanks. I mean, they look really cool. I just love seeing them all. And plus, it's like cool visual. Like, I'm like, oh, what's going on here? Ammonia. Yeah, we are draining ammonia like crazy because of the palladium line. But I am starting to rethink. I'm like, it would just be so much easier just to dump all the fluids in AE and transport them around the base. We wouldn't have to worry about P2P and all that stuff. So, I don't know. It is definitely something to think about for the future. I may just leave all those tanks, but build a separate thing, just because I like them. Alright, moving on, BFX can now be accelerated. To be honest, I thought they already could be. Apply new B formula in the industrial apiary and move all dentistry upgrades to GregTech. Yeah. Duct tape by right-click. That's cool. If you use duct tape, you used to have to click on the maintenance hatch and then click it with the duct tape. Now you can just right-click the hatch, I'm assuming. But we don't really use duct tape. I just don't like how it looks. Indian bee nerf. Yay! More bee nerfs. Apparently this has been nerfed. I don't know what the nerf was. I'm assuming something with the comb. You could still get it from the talic acid, but not sure what the nerf was there. Was it the tier? I don't remember it being that high of a tier. Maybe that's what it was. Added batch mode to processing arrays, adding up to 128 parallel. That is really cool, actually. I don't use processing arrays much. I usually use the multi-block version. But if you really want to crank out the item or the fluid with the processing arrays, you can do up to 128 at a time. That's really cool. Added TB. Alright, so there is tea. Don't know what it gives. Gives tea leaves. Alright, that's cool if you're crafting up some food. Allow redstone MG and item to pass through the fluid filter cover. Oh, that's kind of cool. Sometimes those covers would block items, but now they can pass through. Port Pocket multi-tool from GT6. I don't know what that is. Pocket? Oh. Pocket multi-tool. Oh, does it, can you, like, rotate through the different things? Like, can you add a screwdriver and all sorts of stuff to one item and then just rotate through them? Yeah, right-click to switch mode. Alright, that's kind of cool, because, you know, it is kind of annoying when you have all these items. I usually keep all 4 of these in my, or 5 of these in my inventory. If you can put them all in one, that is really cool. Alright, I'm going to throw that over there so I remember. And new advanced and wireless redstone covers. Yep, we actually used that last episode, so it does seem like there are some things on the patch notes that have already been added in the 2.1 or 2.8 update. So some of this stuff I talked about may have already been in. Moving on, GT++, make Chemplant tier visually 1 indexed. I have no idea what that means. Someone might. Allow hatches for industrial forge hammer. Increase capacity and production rates of the reservoir hatch. Oh, that's pretty cool. I thought that was just like a... Oh, no. Reservoir hatch. Oh, fluid input. Okay. Well, that's cool. If you ever need water in a multi-block, you just do the reservoir hatch, and it supplies it. We have done that a few times. And I usually just use the water reservoir with a pump on the hatch. But there we go. You can just do it directly on the multi-block. Really cool. Added chromatic glass foil. No idea what that does. Sure, it's some late game stuff. Yep. Circuit boards. Batch mode to GT++ multis. I thought they already had batch mode, but maybe not. Oh, super buses now have a input bus or a GUI. Let's do over here. I know I have one right here. Yep, there we go. Nope, this one. Yep, there we go, super bus, and you can slide down and see all the slots. So that, I don't remember how many slots that has, but it now has a GUI. That's pretty cool. Buff some of the late tier recipes. Add the quantum force transformer. Yeah. Which the quantum force transformer skips a lot of the processing lines, but it is quite late tier. Although this isn't that late. But like, for example, if you want to craft up all this stuff, you can just do one recipe, and there you go. You got 4 different types of stuff being crafted up. That is ZPM. Most of the stuff is pretty late game. But I am definitely looking forward to getting that built up. I mean, look at some of these multi-blocks coming up. Also, the space elevator is another one I'm really looking forward to crafting up. I don't remember which one's the actual multi-block. There it is. Look at that. I cannot wait to get that. Alright, moving on. Use fluids instead of cells in the dehydrator. That's pretty cool, because they were definitely a bit annoying, some of those recipes. Although they do still show the cells. But change the Volcanist to be IV. I don't remember if that's a nerf or a buff. Mega Alloy Blast Smelter, if we need that at some point. I mean, I don't hate that. I really don't like the Mega stuff. I don't hate that one, to be honest. Some of them I really don't like. Like, that looks pretty cool. This one is the ugliest multi-block in all of Minecraft. Just saying. Alright, moving on. Make chem plant, MV, and use MV materials. Alright, add ×1 super something steam turbine. I don't know what that means. Add the supercritical steam turbine. Not sure. Make super bus recipe time not tier dependent. That's pretty cool. These super buses were yeah, it looks like they're all 66. I don't know what I can't remember what they were before, but they do use quite high tier components. Alright, moving on. Space elevator multi-block. We just looked at that. More spacesuits. Space elevator traveling. I don't know what that means. Space elevator traveling. Is there like I don't know. I can't wait to get into the space elevator. We're not super far off it, but we're a little far off it. Dyson Swarm has been rebalanced. That's another thing. I don't know. Oh, that's really endgame. Alright, we're not getting there for a while. But it's been rebalanced. Space elevator now is assembler mode, pump, MK2, and research projects. Alright, we'll get into that more later. And moving on. Good generator. allow input hatch on inner ring of compact fusion. We haven't got there yet. Add fluid lock to the Yada fluid tank. I believe this holds 25 different fluids. Maybe we will end up getting this at some point. Make super critical steam turbine won't explode when overvolted. Enable the final step electrolysis recipe in Nequata line. I don't know what that actually means. But it's been added apparently. Add Nequata line skip. I believe that is the quantum force. You can skip this the whole line with the quantum force transformer. So there's lots of cool things for the quantum force transformer when you finally get to it. You do have to set up everything before then. Add component assembly line. We have seen that before. Allow precise assembler overclock beyond max. Nequata fuel change. I'm assuming that's some of the... Hard to find them, because I don't know. Yeah, like this stuff. I'm assuming maybe has been changed to be a bit more efficient. Thorium balance change. Add better fuel recipes to combat fusion spam. So I'm assuming that's what they mean with this. I'm not sure though. Add fluid detection cover support for the Yada fluid tank. Add void XX option to the Yada fluid tank. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, we might get into this at some point, especially if we can... Oh, that's extra cells too. I don't know if that would work. I don't know. Definitely kind of looking forward to that. Alright, moving on. Make LSC wireless refill. I don't know what that means. Extremely ultimate capacitor for the Lapatronic capacitor, I believe. Yep, there's the extremely ultimate capacitor. Well, there we go. You can basically... With the one thing, the extremely ultimate battery, you can make the Lapatronic capacitor essentially infinite, which that is pretty cool. Fun to work towards. I really like this multi-block. I love batteries, so this multi-block is really cool. Increase max size of the LSC, the Lapatronic super capacitor. So now it can be even bigger. Change way average is calculated for LSC. I don't know, probably something on the... somewhere on there. Alright. New teleport staff added. Oh, yeah, it looks like it. The staff of teleportation. Infinite RF. That's pretty cool. I mean, we don't have these crafting things, but... I mean, we're almost there, to be honest. We can almost get Cosmic Tronium. You don't have infinite ingots, but we can almost do Cosmic. Render bees inside the Mega Apiary. Can't wait to build that. Added survival autoplace support for Mega Apiary. That's really cool. Although I don't use the autoplace very often. That's cool. Enhanced GUI and GregTech machines. Add industrial acclimatizer and drone domestication. Oh, those are cool. Oh yeah, look at that. So we... Is this like a whole nother multi-block? Or is this just... Is that... This... Is that different? No. That's just the apiary. Alright. Yeah. I didn't realize that was the name of it. I don't remember seeing acclimatizer and drone domestication station. Yeah, I guess that is. That's the apiary. I can't wait to use that, though. Wait, Mega Apiary. No, that is it. All right, so Mega Apiary and that have the same name, but there is. It looks like it's in the patch notes both ways. So, Mega Apiary, fixed royal jelly consumption, and forced structure updates. So that's cool. Like I said, I can't wait to use that. Yeah, that name's changed, hasn't it? That was like Mega Apiary before, wasn't it? You know what? We can actually look at if we look at like Infinite Bee or Drone. No, Meracium. See, it does say Mega Apiary. That name's changed, I think. Alright. Moving on. Magic Bees make a power and bee effect able to be tick accelerated. We talked about that. Add a hidden option to Thaumcraft Research. Mod Tweaker. Alright. T2 rocket now requires LUV circuits. There are several related changes that overall the entire EV progression. Rocket parts now have assembler recipes. Whoa, hold on. Like... Oh. Okay, that is pretty amazing. I always hated all these things. Like, for example, this with the screws and the tools. Now there are assembler recipes. That is really cool. And it looks like they're actually a bit cheaper because that doesn't require screws. All right, loving that. Added extruder recipes for nether star pipes. Remove more tiny dusts from recipes. I am 100% happy with getting rid of tiny dusts. They are just a pain. Some of the patch notes are duplicates of what we've already talked, so I'm kind of skipping over some. Creative Essentia Cell. I don't know if that is craftable or is it just... Yeah, Creative ME Storage Cell. Yeah, that is... And there's a right one. There's no crafting recipe for that, but for testing and stuff, that's pretty cool. Added UXV Energy Hatch. So... It ended at UHV before, I think, didn't it? No. UMV was the highest. We're adding more tiers. There we go. Man, that looks really cool. Add a recipe for the hyper acceleration card. A TPS card, now craftable. I don't know what that is. Open computers. Alright. Does something about TPS. I have no idea anything about open computers. Moving on. Added A2 stuff inscriber to NEI. Bookmarks, save result that has bigger output than 64. That's cool. Bookmark item, stack size, readable conversion. Sure. NEI stuff. Project Red. Add 1-tick pulse mode to Pulse Former. They don't really use Project Red much. Remove screwdriver durability. That's cool. Railcraft. Disable mob spawn on blocks. Pretty cool. Storage drawer. Breaking a drawer will drop through items. I don't know if that means void them or what that means, but alright. Moving on. Tech. Some of the stuff is like really like technical. UXV part recipes plus nerf Stargate. Gotta love when they nerf Stargate recipe every update, but there we go. Swap Pico circuit board. Extremely ultimate recipe. Add high of harmony multi-block. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff we've already talked about. Atomic Energistics allow arcane assembler parallel. That's really cool. Let's see. Artworks, add a wrap for wetware SOC, add more SMDs to those weird Magneto things that we never use because they're kind of annoying to craft. But apparently they've added some stuff for that. Add Weedex 9000 consumption in EIG. One-step foil. Yeah, we talked about all this stuff. Added configuration circuit to mixer recipes for reverted. Alright, so that probably broke my recipes in the mixer. Because they didn't have a... Yeah, there wasn't a thing before, so let me put that down. And rhodium. The rhodium, plated palladium. That one. Yeah, it looks like it just changed to a 1, but I gotta move them. Because they were probably in a 0. Make electric implosion compressor animation only visible. I don't think we can get there yet. I think that is, well, we can craft it. Yeah, the recipes are UEV. So, unfortunately, we can't get that. That basically just skips the needing TNT. You just use electric, but you need a lot of electric to do it. High tier cable diodes. That's always cool for your power gen. So it looks like there is cable diodes up to all the way up. Yep, they do have recipes. That's cool. New high density compression recipes. And added 2 new tiers of glass. That's always... That's something. HV... We go up to UEV, UIV, and UMV. So that is something to gate recipes behind. I don't mind the glasses, to be honest. They're actually not too bad. Now that you can just coat the HV ones. When you had to go up each tier to get the next one, that was obnoxious. Like, if you wanted IV, you had to craft the HV, and then you had to craft the EV, and then the IV. Whereas these, you can just directly do that. So they're actually not that bad. And all the other ones... Looks like duplicates on the patch notes. And added new SMD components. I think we already had that. But I don't think I have been... No, we haven't got that high. I don't know if these are used in... No, these are just used in higher tier things, but it does look like you can use them in some of the stuff we craft. As opposed to 64, you only do 8, so that is pretty cool. But we're not quite there yet. Like, I mean, I do have this stuff. Oh, I don't have Xenozine. Alright, so almost there, but lots of cool things to look forward to. Lots of multi-blocks, lots of quality of life upgrades. I'm definitely loving some of these. These are some of my favorite quality of life stuff that has been upgraded. Unfortunately, that did take a little while to go over those. So, like I said, I'm going to continue crafting up everything we need here. There are going to be broken recipes. It's going to take me a little while to sort everything out. I really don't know why that one's not working. Do I need to... It might have... Did it get switched? Do I need to, like, do it to... No, it's on normal mode. I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to go through this and try to figure this out. I hope the assembler isn't broken. I would be very sad if that... if this was broken. There we go. I was like, where is the thing? It may be clashing with like Word Dictionary or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.